Muggles, how's it going? It's Sophie. I'm back with another video. I've kind of figured out that Muggles thing doesn't really work when I'm doing a video that's not Harry Potter, but if you guys are here, I normally do Harry Potter videos, so that's why that's my intro. But anyway, last week I did a review on the first episode of series 4 of Sherlock, and today I am doing a review on the second episode, which happened today. And yeah, so my last one did very well. Thank you guys for watching it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, hit subscribe and give a big thumbs up if you're excited for next week's episode. I'm going to be doing a review on next week's episode, which is the final episode. But let's get straight into episode number 2 and review it, and I'm just going to say my opinion. I know a lot of people are probably much bigger Sherlock fans and go into great detail, but I'm just one of those fangirls who are quite innocent. So let's just start with that the serial killer is the same guy who does the voice for Dobby in Harry Potter. I couldn't get it out of my head. I know his acting was on point. I just thought it was really funny, okay? I know it's nothing to do with it, but I just think it's funny because, you know, I try and relate everything to Harry Potter. So the last episode I talked about the appearances of John Watson and Sherlock, saying, you know, Sherlock never ages, John Watson's got the grey silver hair and is quite attractive and all that. But on this episode, Sherlock had a nice little stubble there, and I think that's good. I think he should keep that. You know, the actual, like, purple under his eyes actually looked quite cool. And throughout the episode, you see John keep seeing Mary, and that's just so sad that she's not there, but she is there for him, like, John. But a lot of people were complaining that the first episode didn't have enough Sherlock in it. This episode did have a lot of Sherlock in it because, you know, just that little bit with the piece of paper when he's like looking at the creases, looking about where it was in the sunlight of the window and stuff like that. That's what people want to see in Sherlock. I love it when they slow it down, you know, he feels the weight of the bag in slow motion and stuff like that. That just makes Sherlock, and I love it how they do it. It's incredible. It's so straightforward when he's saying it, but you still think, how the hell did those... Mycroft with his one-liners just make my day. He's like a more weird Sherlock Holmes. He actually doesn't understand people even more than Sherlock. He didn't think that was possible. But I think the best thing of the whole episode was when Sherlock simply walked around London just to spell the words F off to Mycroft. Like that is Sherlock. That is the comedy I love, because they're so clever, but it's still funny. And you still get it, because it's not so clever that you don't get it. I'm not sounding very clever right now. At the start of the episode, it made me so sad that John was just so alone, just sat on his bed, just talking to Mary, who wasn't even there. Like, he's literally all alone. He's just not... That just broke my heart. Another thing that was hilarious was obviously Mrs. Hudson speeding in her what was it? I think it was Aston Martin, might not be. I think everyone thought, you know, Sherlock's gonna get out of the car, and it's just this innocent old lady getting out of the car. She's actually quite a badass, isn't she? I kind of think Sherlock being on drugs is actually really funny. I actually kind of like it when he's on drugs, because he's even stranger, if that's even possible. But he's only on drugs because of John. I think this episode really, like, made you see Mrs. Hudson's relationship with Sherlock and John, just like she really cares for them. You see when Sherlock's going a bit crazy that she takes him to John. She's actually quite scared for his health. And with John, she tells everyone to get out of the room when the video is playing. Like, she really does care, and she's always there for them too, and it's really cute. I really like their relationship. I actually love it when John's angry with Sherlock. That's just one of my... that's the way I like their relationship, is when John's just like, "Are you insane?" Like, getting really angry, and Sherlock's just like... But when he's in the place with the older dead bodies and he gets the scalpel, whatever it's called, he really is losing it, and it was really sad because by then we didn't know why he was taking these drugs and stuff. We thought it was simply just because, you know, he felt bad for John and stuff like that, and he didn't have John to keep him on track and stuff like that. But, like, he was proper losing it. Like, he was just... It was really sad. Like, jeez. And then when bloody John punches him and kicks him, you're like, stop! It's really sad because John was perfectly fine before Mary's death, and Sherlock was perfectly fine before Mary's death. Like, this death between them two has just really affected their relationship. It just really shows how much Sherlock cares for John, the way he puts himself in a near-death experience just to save John Watson. The whole hospital scene was terrifying, like when he was... like, that scared me. I'm not being funny. I was sort of like this. What's happening here then? The bakey thing's gone down. I've lost internet connection. Great. Mary knew John cared very deep down for Sherlock. She knew that if Sherlock put himself in danger, John would come. I know it shouldn't be that extreme, but she knew deep down that John would come for Sherlock because he does love him. And the one line that really got me is, "I'm just a cock," what Sherlock says to John because he's put the thing in the walking stick. It's just, I just love one-liners in Sherlock, I really do. Oh my god, and when Sherlock hugs John Watson, like, he doesn't really know how to hug someone. He looks sort of awkward. He sort of looks like when Voldemort's hugging Draco. He's sort of just like, but he wants to hug him, which is actually like a big step for Sherlock. I'm proud of you, Sherlock. And when they're leaving the room, Sherlock's like, "Isn't that right, Mary?" Because Sherlock knows that John is seeing Mary, like, he understands. And then we see Sherlock back to his normal self at the end, which is all good for us lot. But then, you know, it all kicks off because now Sherlock's actually got a sister. I can't wait for next week's episode. But that is it. That is my short little recap. I don't know, was it actually short? If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give a big thumbs up. And if you want me to do another one next week, I'm going to do it anyway. But give it a big thumbs up for me so I know you're enjoying these little recaps. Leave your comments down below on what your favourite bit of this episode was today. What you think about the episode. I just want to chat with you guys, etc. Hit subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode review. I love you guys so much and I'll see you soon. Bye.